Hello, welcome back to Chapter 4 of the Living Story. My name's Funda, and I'm hoping this is where things really get interesting. What we had with the first couple of chapters was a Living Story team working on Flame and Frost. After that, there was a different group sort of took on the South Sun updates, while the Living Story team got organised for their next foray. I hope I've got that correct, but yeah, this is returning to the real thrust of the story. In Lion's Arch, they've decided to hold a tribute to the old Canthan Dragon Festival, which they're calling Dragon Bash. It's designed to show that we're not afraid of the dragons, even though there's great peril out there, and bashing pinatas and shooting fireworks at them, burning effigies, all just to show that the human spirit lives on and we're not afraid. Now, not everyone was pleased about this. You can see here a message from Zoja that Asura players received. Basically, wasn't excited about the festival, and if they decided to use Kralkatorrik, she was going to make them pay. There were other protesters around the festival as well. Brol, a Norn, has a relative in the party we'll see later, as well as some festival goers. The two Sawari are dating. So the festival's being held by the Captain's Council of Lion's Arch with Magnus, who you'll know. We'll just do a quick flick through all of our hosts. They just went through and explained all of the different activities that would be taking place during the festival, gave some background and colour to what was happening. At the end, we find the Canthan representative on the Captain's Council, as well as Theo Ashford, the self-described life of the party. We find Ellen outside the effigy lighting ceremony stage. She's back. Magnus wanted her back at Dragon Bash, so that's why he only gave her the 2 days off.
Captains and crews, and visitors too, welcome to the first annual Dragon Bash. Is everyone having a good time? It's time to light the effigies and turn this Dragon Bash into a Dragon Burn. But first, let me introduce the other ship's council members who are joining us today. Please give a hearty hi-ho to the finest captain on the council, Captain Anne Reed. And when I say fine, I do mean fine. Next on the docket is the captain of the Sprocket, Captain Talk, one of the most impressive Asura ever to sail the seas.
If you like my sprocket, Magnus, you should see my new rocket.
Whatever. And last but not least, it's Captain Theo Ashford of the Ascalonian Ashfords. A more effective family of cutthroats never lived.
Ah, you're too kind, Magnus. I'll have to work extra hard to live up to your praise.
You'd better, you salty old dog. The ship's council will also like to welcome the cultural representatives joining us today. They're all secretly wondering if we brought them up here to sacrifice them. No, of course we didn't. Let's give our brave visitors a hand. They've brought memorials for their kin who were killed by dragons. All hands on deck. Toss your memorials on the pyre. Let's light the horizon with this dastardly dragon. Begin the burning!
Foul this locale no more.
That's right. Toss your memorials right on the effigy. Everybody, let's remember all those we've had taken from us. Nicely done, friends. Nicely done. All right, light 'em up. Light 'em up! Light 'em! Great spirits!
Everyone stay calm. The Lion Guard are here. You there, get to the counselors and protect them. You, get up to the stage and form a perimeter around the counselors. Lion Guard, go get that Joliak and bring it to the front. We have injured and we need to get the counselors to safety.
Lion Guard, what can I do? I have some skill at healing.
See if you can help the Char cultural rep. He's injured and not moving.
I'll do what I can.
Stay alert, everyone. That may have just been the prelude. Oh no. Some are seriously injured. Where's that Dolyak? You, and... mists. All of you! Go with that Dolyak. Make sure the injured counselors get to the fort.
So, a disaster has struck the ceremony. One of the cultural representatives, the Char, has been severely injured. A woman named Mytrin has stepped out of the audience to try and assist with him, but he looks in bad shape. 3 of the councillors we've loaded up in Dolyak, and we're escorting them to safety and medical attention. On the way there, these new enemy called the Aether Blades have appeared. Strangely appearing to down just sort of out of from lightning bolts from the sky. They appear to be mainly made up of humans, Norn and Char, and yeah, we're not quite sure why they've attacked. Presumably it's related to the what's just happened at the ceremony. The effect on the effigy was just on the left-hand side, and yeah, we're not really sure, you know, what would have caused that. So yeah, we get the council members to safety at least, up at Fort Mariner, and Ellen tells us that yeah, she'll be back in touch. Unfortunately, Mai wasn't able to save the Char representative. Before the lighting ceremony, we received an email from a character who only refers to themselves as E. Now, whether it's male or female, we aren't sure. I think it was mentioned on the forums that it was a male, and I hope it is, because Mr. E is just too cool a name. So anyway, E told us that something was going to happen at the effigy ceremony and implored us to go along and try and prevent it. He said that they would like to do it themselves, but were being prevented, or just wouldn't be able to, was the essence. A second email directed us to a bar in Divinity's Reach called the Dead End, to meet a woman named Marjorie Delacroix. The Dead End is the type of bar that, if you've got no smoking laws in your country, it's the type of place that makes you really appreciate them.
Could have been just another dreary night in the same old smoky bar, with that siren song lulling drunks and lonely hearts deeper into their sorrows. It could have been, but then he walked in. Logan Thackeray, the man with all the answers. Well, some of the answers, some of the time.
Marjorie Delacroix?
If it suits you.
It suits me just fine. I want to hire you. There's been a murder. Lion's Arch Counselor Theo Ashford is dead, and I want to know who's responsible.
Sounds like a job for the Lion Guard. What's got you peaked?
Between you and me, Ashford's an old friend of the family. I want to make sure they find his killer.
I see. And you don't trust the Lion Guard?
Let's just say I'm hedging my bets. The pay's good. You in?
How can I say no to Captain Lowe?
No names. I was never here.
Maybe not, but your money is. I'm in.
Lady Casimir, what are you doing in a place like this?
Amazing. I still enjoy watching that every time. So, yeah. So, what's Lady Casimir doing in a place like that? Who's this E? He's directed us to meet Marjorie. Logan obviously was thinking along the same lines, so that speaks well for her. And yeah, what's up with no Lion Guard? He's obviously, you know, being a bit cautious as well. We return to the scene of the crime with Marjorie, who has a device that she can use to scan the cultural representatives for the unique energy signature that the bonfire would have emitted. Doing so, we don't find anything on them. The woman that leapt out of the crowd to help Mytrin, she did have a reading, but it's written off by the group as residual from helping the dying Char. Half of the representatives weren't there, though. They'd fled. Witnesses that had remained described many in the group looking fidgety and nervous before the attack actually started. So we set off to track them down. The ogre we found dead. Others were under attack by the Aether Blades. Others, when we spoke to them, reported that they've been offered shinies, bribes. And so yeah, as we talked to each of the representatives, they all had their own story, and we convinced them to head back to Lion's Arch to be questioned. After we tracked everyone down, Marjorie had spent her time working on the device to make it more powerful and more accurate. So with everyone back in place, all of our suspects, we rescanned each of them. Nothing. So there was no reaction for any of the cultural representatives. But working on instinct, we noticed that my Trin was sitting quietly behind, and a scan of her, revealed the signature energy. Having been revealed, Mai angrily hissed that she was trying to open up a spot on the Captain's Council, and that we'd ruined her plans, but she would be back. So she escaped as she called down her army to deal with us. We took the fight to them, cleaned up the Aether Blades that had attacked, and we had our culprit. Unfortunately, she escaped, but we at least knew who our enemy was. Marjorie then returned back to the dead end. Ellen, having done another great job, was on her meteoric rise still. So to wrap up, the update also saw the introduction of Dragon Ball, which was a deathmatch style PvP arena. That was good fun. That was the first introduction of the jump pads to let you get around the arena quickly. Catching up with Brahm and Tyria. He's finally made his move, but he's still quite terrible at talking to the ladies. So we'll wish him well and hope that improves. So we've got the Aether Blades, new enemy. They were also aided by golems, which we'll talk about in the next update. So Dragon Bash will continue as we catch up with the Sky Pirates of Tyria and see where the story goes next. Okay, thanks for your time. See you then.